the Dallas Cowboy fans, the New York Giant fans, the Washington no-names, all of you better realize this one thing. Just because we've had a lot of turnover this offseason does not mean we ain't coming to double moonwalk dead ass.
Yep, the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Everybody do wear King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. We have the draft and free agency coming up on the horizon, and one of the questions I get asked the most is, do I think the Eagles can be a playoff team? Do I think they can be competitive or even compete for the division? And I'm going to answer that in 1 second, but I just got to give a huge shout out once again to System of the Knot, who sent me a care package that I just did an unboxing on. I'm very humbled by everything you did for me, man. I was tearing up in the video. I was getting a little choked up there because I was just so overwhelmed by the kindness. So I just wanted to give you a huge shout out and say thank you again. It really, really means a lot to me. Now, when we talk about the Eagles and we talk about this next coming season and we talk about where this team is, okay, we have to remember, we haven't even started free agency yet. We haven't even gotten into the draft. We haven't even had the virtual combines. There's a lot of things that haven't happened yet. So anybody, especially when you get the Mark Holmes, the Dak Anthony, where's the fitnesses, and they're telling you the Eagles are going to stink, and Bad Dog saying we're going to be miserable, and all these people are telling you how bad we are. We're not even in free agency yet. It's unbelievable to me that people are acting like this team is going to be a 2-14 team. We have no idea. Let me tell you this. I have my issues with the Eagles. I make no bones about it. Howie Roseman to me is the biggest problem on this team, but we're stuck with him. We're stuck with him, so we got to hope he does the right thing. Okay? We have to. We have no choice. And the things that the Eagles have done that I like, I love the hiring of the coach. I love Nick Sirianni. I love the coaching staff that he has put together, and I think that's a huge plus. I also like Jalen Hurts a lot. I think Jalen Hurts can be a hell of a player, okay? So those two things are very important pieces of how we're going to build this team this offseason. They traded Carson Wentz away. Wasn't something I would have done, but it's done. It happened. It's over with. I've moved on, okay? And when I look at this team now, and I look at where we're at, I don't expect the offseason to be full of going out and getting big-name free agents and bringing them in. I think they're going to be smart, strategic signings of different needs, filling different holes, guys that can come in, maybe kind of cheap, that can play. You also have to remember, we have some good players on this team still. It's not like we're total trash. We have nobody left. I mean, we have Miles Sanders, good running back. You have Dallas Goedert, good tight end. Jalen Reagor. A lot of people giving up on Jalen Reagor after 1 year. I'm not giving up on Jalen Reagor. Okay, I want to see what he does with a new coaching staff. I'm telling you, Quez Watkins is a dime in the rough. They need to use more. We can't just throw these guys away and act like they have nothing. They're not good at all. You're going to have Lane Johnson back. You're going to have Brandon Brooks back. Hopefully you get Kelsey back. Jordan Millard at left tackle, another year. This offensive line is all of a sudden going to be a lot better, not to mention all the experience that these guys had last year. So I think they're going to be decent. On the defensive side of the ball, look, I think that defensive line is still the strength of this team, and it's going to continue to be, and we're going to see how they play. You're going to lose Malik Jackson, no question about it. But look, you still got Fletcher Cox. You still got the Gravedigger. I thought he came on at the end of the year really, really well. Now, are they going to improve that linebacking core? That's something we're going to see. in free agency and throughout the offseason? We're going to find out. Secondary, their defensive coordinator is very good with corners. I expect them to be better. So the Eagles they're not without talent. They have some talent. Can they stay healthy? Can they go through all those things where they have Brandon Brooks playing 16 games, Lane Johnson playing 16 games? Because I tell you this, if that offensive line stays relatively healthy, I think they'll be decent. Now, I still think they need interior help. I still think they need more guys that are younger because those guys are getting older. But in terms of next year, okay, the Eagles have a few advantages. They got some guys that maybe they're not what they were 2-3 years ago, but they're still pretty good players. Okay, now you also have Nick Sirianni coming in. No, he's a first-time coach. Teams aren't going to know what to expect from him. They're not going to know what to look for in him right away. And I figure he's going to get the first 3 or 4 games, he's going to be at an advantage, okay? And if you look at the Eagles' schedule, they have one of the easiest schedules in the league. They have a 4th place schedule. So if he could get out to a good start where you're 3-1, 3-1, something like that, I think the Eagles could be tough. It's all going to come down to Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. Is Jalen Hurts going to take the next step? Do you believe that Jalen Hurts can take the next step? I think he can. Now, I can't tell you that you got to give him the keys to the franchise and he's a lock to be a franchise quarterback. We haven't seen enough of him. But if I base on what I know of him, what I've seen of him so far, what I've seen of him this offseason, there's a lot of reason to be optimistic. Okay, I think the Eagles, a lot of people are counting them to be 3-13, 2-14. Not me. You may hear me complain about Howie Roseman. You may hear me complain about certain things. But that doesn't mean I think this team is going to be trash. I don't think that. I think that if they do things smartly over the next 2 years, I might call it a rebuild sometimes, but it's more of a reload. They can do it and stay competitive. Now, here's the key, the way I see it. Like I said, you're not going to go sign big free agents. That's not going to happen. But this offseason, what I need to see from the Eagles is they got to get an impact player at 6. They have to get a guy who contributes right away. If they hit on that first pick, the number 6 pick, get a guy who's an impact player right away, immediate play, not play at the end of the year, things like, if you get somebody like that, it's going to help you a lot. Right now, guy, I want Kyle Pitts. I want Pitts. I know some people think you shouldn't take a tight end that early. I was listening to Nitro Freak the other day. He was kind of talking about it. I'm going to have him on my show next week, and it'll be a good debate. But I would go for Kyle Pitts, a Devontae Smith, a Jamar Chase, somebody who would be immediate impact, even Penny Sewell, but he'll never drop. Okay, Pitts right now is my first choice. But if you can get an impact player, somebody like that, then in the with your second round pick, right? Hopefully they trade back up in the first round. But if they don't, if you can get a person who's a contributor, who's going to be look like a good player down the road, but he contributes right away this year with your second round pick, you got something there. This team is not as bad as the media and everybody wants us to seem like they are. We are going through a lot of changes. There's a lot of flaws that we still have. We still have issues with our GM. None of that's going to change. However, if Howie and this team makes a few good moves, especially in the draft, this team can compete with an easy schedule, with a coach that nobody knows. I think the Eagles can come out, and I think they can win this division. I really do. Dallas, what the hell's going on with Dallas? They're going to lose Dak Prescott. Washington is still without a quarterback. Because to me, a quarterback, like you get a quarterback like Dak Prescott went to Washington, they would probably be the favorite in the NFC. But they don't have a quarterback. That's going to be their problems. The Giants, we'll have to see. I am no believer in Daniel Jones. Okay, they got a little hot at the end of the year. Different case next year. We'll see what happens. So, yes, the NFC East is wide open. No Eagle fan should think that we're going to be trash. It's over. Yeah, maybe they did things you didn't like. Maybe they traded Carson Wentz and you didn't want him to. I didn't want him to. Maybe they fired Doug Peterson and you didn't want him to. Yeah, I get it. But let me tell you something. They still have decent players. I really like this coaching staff. I really like Jalen Hurts and everything I'm seeing from him this offseason. And And on top of that, you got a easy schedule, fourth place schedule. If you hit on the draft, the Eagles can be winning this division, no question about it. It's going to be an exciting offseason, no matter how you look at it. That's my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.